What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2012 mixtape by Young Scooter based on this particular product. It's called Married to the Streets and it came out in the winter of 2012. So within pitches about it here as far as these aspects going to happen. Basically, particularly I've reviewed a series I've reviewed a couple of Young Scooter type mixtapes within pitches like that here as far as these pitches happen. One of which is Street Lottery, which came out in the late winter slash spring of which came out in the late winter slash spring of 2025, pitch like that. And that's when the review came out. The actual mixtape came out in early 2013, pitch like that. I've also reviewed another type Young Scooter mixtape that may not come out for a good several more months as far as these pitches happen. It may not come out for a good several more months or even into 2027 as far as this pitch happen. But Excellent Type Pitch has gotten at least a couple of these. Now within these unfortunate type fares, Young Scooter's no longer here, pitch like that, but some hit type ordeals that he had a pretty prolific mixtape type rate within pitch like that. Real excellent banner type, aficionado, a future, casino, free band gang, and a bunch of these type folks. Gucci Mane with 1017 and Brick Squad, and type folks like that. So it's the aspects as far as saying good excellent affiliate, and just in the prime type era when you think of Datpiff, he's usually one of the regulars that you would hit up with since the pitch is digging deeper than like the usual Gucci Mane, Yo Gotti, Future, Meek Mill type fair pitch like that. So some hit type variety pitch like that, but the aspects as far as saying particularly a couple of his songs from Street Lottery blew up a year later within these type pitches from this particular product here with songs like Columbia and like one of which may have actually been Streetlight with Gucci Mane, not as full bound. A couple of buzz type singles that did some damage pitches like that, like Columbia and Streetlights. Streetlights was his the hit single Streetlights was with Gucci Mane as far as those pitches go. So accent type pitches getting towards the but classic mixtape, bulked with the aspects of it. It's good, nice pitches that it's filled out the gills that nails the appeal, full bound with these type pitches. So it's accent type rise getting this Bolterman just get a good smorgasbord of hit type trap tunes pitch like this. It's excellent type rise for these pitch. I'm paying attention towards it here. So within the pitch, I'm not as full bound sure within these aspects like some of like the singles of this product, but there are a number of ones that do have some radio glyphs on here. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying within the aspect Future or Young Scooter particularly had similarities to Future with some type aspects of having like that trap gulag type factor amongst the pitches. Something to listen to with the break free that just got done with things. There's some songs on here that have similarities to like some of those type ones that you'd listen to with off of Future's Pluto, like Straight Up and Astronaut Chicks, those type ones like that. It's kind of pitches as far as some of those glissy type ones, other type ones like The Truth Gonna Hurt You and fairs like that. So it's a pitch, so it has that particular trap kind of commercial type factor as that was starting to become a thing. This particular mixtape, Married to the Streets, actually came out a few months before Pluto by Future, so it's kind of pitch. This is the crest when things were kind of in that widespread type bang pitch like this. The aspects for us saying just a good blow up type action for a hit number. These type aspects that kind of came through with the commercial type appeal. So these type ones off here. There's some ones on here like Mistakes, Order, Mistakes, Order, SA, Ice, some of these type ones pitch like that, Cash Money, and particular Black Migos, since the pitch amongst that are have plenty of good blistering type commercial type appeal within the aspect. Now, it's not just commercial within the sense of being like watered down or a sellout type fare as the pitch for us, and that some of these type ones bring the edge type factor to the trap type fare. Now within the pitch, when comparing to like charting type mixtape types compared to charting type mixtape type tunes like Columbia and like a song like Rollin' by Gunplay, some stuff pitches, and like Stay Scheming by Rick Ross and particular Drake and French Montana pitch like that. Some stuff appeals within the hit type aspects as far as saying, but the pitch as far as talking about here, some of these buzz type ones, Young Scooter was really building up the buzz type appeal with street singles and pitch like that, since the aspects from the tone as far as paying attention to like the variety of just getting like these ones that were just mixtape gems and consistent kind of connects within those first like the gliss type factor. Another good buzz type single that has some hit type aspects that probably has that particular variety of 77 birds for us this pitch out, but plenty of these type ones on here, plenty of breakthrough type ones in these aspects. It's not much of a learning curve for her to get. It's not much of a learning curve here to get towards it within pitch like that as far as these aspects kind of have a paying attention like the product to being able to say some of these type pitches. The tear up is on here pretty good, but this has the pitch of a pretty good balance within these aspects. You get a balanced breakfast here with some of these type aspects as far as like the tone of disc. Having some of these type ones, there's some early bird kind of Instagram type fare on here. Some aspects that kind of have similarities of like Cousins, like Future style with like particular astronaut status and like Pluto, some of the type pitches like that. There's some ones on here that feel like some street corner type ones of like Gucci Mane and Zaytoven pitch like that. There's some ones with like the aspect of disc like similar to like particular Gorilla Zoe with like Hell of a Life and pitch like that, Sense Step 1s. Throwback 2000s type tunes on here, Sense Step 1, some Club Bangs, definitely pitch like that, Sense Step Rise. So plenty of these type pitches. Some house party and porch type hollows and some car sit type tunes with your pals for like post up, catching up with Dap and Sense Step pitches, get a pizza going in the whip, Sense Step first pitch like that. So some good pull aside for some trap miss type songs pitched like that within these hit type feels aspects like that as well. On top of that, good excellent fares. Some good nice tunes here. So one of which is Mistakes. As far as these album, this has some real excellent radio appeal. Like I was saying, this is a caught up heavy kind of get straightening pronto kind of get towards. Mistakes like a caught up heavy get straight. The hit song Mistakes like a caught up heavy get to straightening pronto type aspects here. Good pitch like that. Go see like a rom-com type movie, sense type aspects in the tone like theater wise pitch like that. Go out for a spell, just get some salon fare going pitch like that. Just the product of Doll and Gallop and pitch like that. Just get personal within like the fair, just like the pull aside sense the basics, some of these stuff tons of. So within pitch, I'm not to say it's full bound with the aspect of being preachy, but just kind of aspect of just kind of like a whiplash of a song within pitch like that. It's kind of miss the pitch of just like the caught up typeness within sense type aspects as far as like the fair of. That's a miss as we're going to get back on the right page pitch like that. So hit type feels as far as the product of it kind of happens some of these type aspects, particularly within these pitches. Another nice one off here would be SA pitch like that. This has Future on here. Now within the pitch, as far as saying the particular mixtape type listing does not list every single guest that's particular on this product, and there are some ones that are not full bound Young Scooter's type songs, kind of similar to how Young Scooter was kind of on an original song on Future Streets Calling mixtape from late 2011. As far as this pitch goes, kind of pitched it. It's kind of some introduction type here again with some other type folks, like one of which is OG Double, some folks like that. Folk named Wicked is on here. I'm going to have to get to him with some of these type pitches. A folk named Marco pitch like that. So some hit type aspects for us. Him with some of these type ones. Cartel MGM. I think I've heard of him within a minor type sense with pitch like that, but particularly SA. It's like a great streetlight kind of hollow. Just like SA is like a great streetlight kind of hollow pitches. SA is like a great streetlight kind of hollow pitches like that, like Cornered, the hit type song like I was talking about from Streets Calling, some of the pitches that was Young Scooter's original song. Good night. One of his introductory type songs pitched like that, just a re-up and convene type song. I definitely say here. Have a couple burritos to tear up pitch like that within these parties, just good snacks and pitch like that amongst the fray pause within those type pitch, but aspects for us saying just some mixtape gap kind of spit about pitch like that, good nice parties, kind of gaff with your pals a little bit first like that. Now within the product, not saying gaff in terms of make mistakes, it's full bump, but just being unhinged and acting stupid, some of those type amongst the product of it, just good pitch like that within the product, some of those good nice fares. Yeah, good commercial glam type one. So definitely post up with your pals, chunk the dudes, sensitive parties, just connect for a spell, good pitch like that. Decisions is the hitting type ones, like a Drury, kind of Hell of a Life, Gorilla Zoe type trap stretcher, get towards here, just mixtape radio, kind of afterthought I'd say, just some gulag type fashion. So just those leftover type ones, sunset type tunes, pitch like that, just a long day type fair within pitch of just keeping the straightening of it going. So within these fairs, there are some mishap type songs in here within pitch of just going through like some hardship pitch like that. And I'd say hardship within pitch of in the aspect where it's the foul sense of just like bullshit full bound within constant kind of storm clouds, but just the pitch for us saying just the product of this kind of Young Scooter coming through with like the extra type products that keeping you and your folks aligned within pitch like that, just the pickup and some pick-me-ups and reality checks as far as those physical emphasis within the pitch for us saying. Now paying attention towards the here within the standard type product to some of this blase. Plenty of these type songs are popping up throughout the 2010s pitch like that when you get songs like by Rihanna like Stay and pitch like that. Some of those type fairs, other aspects of some of these type varieties of like The Truth Gonna Hurt You by Future, sense that pitches like that. It's the variety as far as saying, paying attention towards it's the hit type aspect as far as saying, but paying attention like the variety. Some of the stuff wants just that tibble type dredge, but just keep in mind like the pick me up type fair sense the pitches make like a swisher run, get like a good several great sweeps pitch like that, keep the straightening of it going, unless you're on papers or just some fairs of just not being able to is the pitch, just having some of those type pick me ups, get some Krispy Kreme. Get some Krispy Kreme and pitch like that, hit type aspects. Particularly Order is a hit type one that says Gucci Mane on here, good nice pitches, like a swift and jivey kind of grabbing takeout Chinese sense of fair. Chinese crab ragu, sense affairs, and feeling froggy, I'd say here. So it's kind of a missed the fray of getting some food and having like some socialize later along with it. This dance jump to definitely get here. Good nice bang amongst that. Split like a zigzag with the diva sense of pitches. Just collecting thoughts, affairs like that. So this kind of pitch as far as saying thoughts. It's going to be like thoughts, smallest sense of pitches, aspects like that. But then they sit type feels the aspect of hit songs like Order and 77 Birds with some good jostle within sense of pitch. Another nice one like that is Ice as far. Another nice one like that is Ice as far as these first guys hit type pitch amongst those phrases kind of get some get some step out in your system, first like that. Good nice pitches. Letter to the streets, the hitting type ones like a zombie like kind of routine, kind of rise and triumph, I'd say here, pitch like that. Just Datpiff kind of thug motivation. Similar to Jeezy some stuff aspects, but just kind of more within a pitch like a Zaytoven type flip, pitch like that. So some hit type PLs, just good song to roll out to, pitch like that. Now within the fray, if you're just on foot or fares like that as well, pitch like that, just picking up like some Fritos and some of those type pitches, but it's just kind of the tone. Just be about the grind and get towards the product to dislike the triumph and embark and things, pitch like that. Good nice one to get ready to get tore up to as well with them, pitch like that. This traditional of the this traditional those type vibes of Jeezy back in the mid 2000s, pitch like that. Hit type peels, finessing like a fool's a hit type one as well as like a homebound kind of spark, if you would say, and mess hall kind of noise. So instead pitch this homebound type product to getting crunk, pitch like that. Just some dumbbells, fares like that, lift a little weights. So instead pitches get some hot puck. Get some hot pockets going with your pals, pitch like that. Since surprise, just MIB, one of those type movies playing. Since that pitches particular MIB Minority Report. Since that pitches like that, definitely good aspects for those fairies kind of happen. The Siege, some of these type movies like that, good excellent pitches for the surprise going to happen. Terminator, some of these type aspects like that. Nice pitches for those pitches. I'm down bad as the hitting type ones, like a Young Money style kind of crapola and go getter type grip to get towards your pitch like that. Just a Datpiff hustle, I'd say. Some of that fair is just another day tackle within these type pitches. And some of those vanilla type ones are just hopping towards the sun. In a lot of senses, this particular mixtape, Married to the Streets, is kind of like a mixtape type variant of like Pluto by Futures. For those pitches, has a number of breakthrough type songs within the pitch. Of just the aspect of the of having some affluence towards like the product to like makeshift kind of just release and fairs like that. So it's kind of pitch for us in some of those type ones that are just great for 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock p.m. just dealing with the blase and the standard crap as far as those pitch crap bullets and standard crap and dredge factor as far as those pitch comes. So it's within the aspect for us saying this is that particular gripe type factor of wanting to flip birds on the routine but still having to catch up with the caught upness that's pitched like that. But some of these type fairs it's in that usual kind of more vanilla mixtape type sheen pitch like that hit type feels. Black Migos hitting as well as like a glissy and pounding kind of trap bri. Black Migos like a glissy and pounding kind of trap bri get towards your pitch like that. It's like a mini kind of future run it up. I'd say some of the pitch is very similar to the same damn time. Some of the product's not quite as full blown ravenous, but a good nice one within those type pitches. Get turned definitely. I'd say about this one, just the bang factor pretty high on here pitches like that. Good nice pitch as far as those pitches have excellent type fries kind of get the tarot kind of going within those distance. Plenty of good bangs on here pitch like that. Cash Money is nice. It's like some nice everyday to kind of get towards here. Just excellent kind of routine Datpiff every day within pitch like that. Like I was saying, good pitches here. Just like, definitely posted like a light pole with your pals pitch like that. Just some lengthy kind of what it does for some definite kind of lengthy what it does. Some pitch like that as far as these pitch guys just within pitch as far as saying. It's pretty grand post up pitch like that. So just the brides of this folks that maybe you haven't seen in a minute or two pitch like that. So instead of as far as like the aspect of just seeing what's really good pitch like that is kind of the product of talking about not just 1 or 2 mixtapes, but getting past like the astronaut status. Getting past like the astronaut status and the Dream Chasers type ones, getting to more type ones like Black Friday by J-Rock and some pitches like that, hit type ones. Street Lottery by Young Scooter, sends the pitches like that. Diary of a Trap God by Gucci Mane, sends the pitches within those aspects for the first time. Excellent type pitches, but paying attention to like the bang factor of a good nice pitch to just kind of appreciate like the weather and the airs outside as far as those pitches. Kind of an excellent type product of it. 77 Birds is hitting as well. It says Gucci Mane on here as well. It's like a groggy and swamp kind of trap dance to get towards and swagging. Definitely, I'd say sometimes that pitches with the aspect this real BS type fray and a good gallivant touch sense to good excellent pitches like that. This house party kind of porch sludge, I'd say here. Just gins definitely in your system sense that fares amongst just snagging snagging a said galley pitch like that, just get into the product disc, like some damage within pitch like that. It's kind of afraid disc. You're going to set the whole house on fire pitch like that if you don't. If I don't put you out pitch like that, so it's kind of fair as far as saying it's something stuff aspects from the pitch. You just you're looking too fiery tonight pitch like that. You're going to set you're going to set out the smoke detectors pitch like that, so it's hit type feels. But the aspects as far as saying paying attention towards it within those aspects. Kind of flare as far as saying, but paying attention towards it with some of these type pitches. I don't think I've talked about ice yet either. It's a hitting type 1. Definitely some neighborhood type fray on 77 birds pitch like that, hit type aspects. Ice is hitting as well, like I was saying. It's like a Glycerin highlight, kind of nightclub snare, get towards here. Just early bird, kind of dirty sprite 2, kind of show out. Definite blistering, kind of early bird, dirty sprite 2, kind of show out and haul as far as this pitch, kind of have them get maw destroyed tonight and pitch like that. Since the fire, so definitely get towards the pitch of just getting shit faced as hell, pitch like that. Since hit type fire as far as the aspect, kind of saying. Mixing vodka with the Hennessy and since the pitches, aspects like that, just getting some suicide type liquor type drinks pitch like that within these hit type feels. It's the aspects as far as like the flaring kind of bang pitch like that. It's a hit song. Ice is definitely nice. Instagram and Dirty Sprite 2 type snaz pitch like that within these aspects for the variety about. As far as the banging variety about it, kind of happens pitch like that. Hardest thing in life is nice as well within these aspects, like a good early bird kind of Instagram every day to get towards here. Just glide along. Just another day to kind of get towards pitch like that. Good hit type varieties amongst it. Just a cold one. Get a cold one or 2 or 3 in your system pitch like that. So it's the hit type feel as far as saying this particular tune has a variety of some of these type fares. Reminds me of a good banging type song by Young Scooter like Situation. Not quite as dredgy as that particular song, but kind of within the same variety like that. Just that embrace type factor like the pitch, it is something to kind of familiarize with. It's like the hours, like the sunset kind of set in, pitch like that. So some hit type aspects from the variety kind of amongst it, but also kind of reminds of Corner as well. Good nice pitches within some type one. So it's kind of within pitch. This was one of the initial type products by Young Scooter pitch like that. So I think this was more or less like his second mixtape prior. Post like finessing and flexing as far as those first emphasis within pitch as far as saying. It's a great kind of block release to get towards pitch like that, get some Fritos in your system and fares like that within these type pitches. I don't think I'll talk about everything changed. This is a hitting type 1 as well. It's like a Grand Future kind of Pluto astronaut chicken straight up type fair pitch like that. Some stuff price just a city galvant. Good nice city galvant to get towards pitch like that. Just get some Lay's chips in your system, fares like that. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying. It's a good bop along with pitch like that, kind of a vanilla type 1 sense of pitches, but kind of the aspects of some of those type 1s, just a commercial breakthrough with those particular aspects. It's kind of fair, just like a standard type strut within pitches, kind of. It's actually a little bit more jubilant trap within those type pitches, but it's excellent type phrase for those pitches can have them very similar to straight up, very similar to some of those type 1s that just kind of had like that particular pep to your step pitch like this. It's the spring. Good excellent springy typeness that just has like some fair is going to get tore up today, pitch like that, pick up like some. Pick up like some snowballs for gal, miss like the fray, getting some torches in your system, fares like that, so excellent pitches there. I don't think I'll talk about shut up and listen either. It's a hitting type 1. It's like a good city square and day spree to kind of get towards here. Just grab like some Quiznos out in the town type fray. Throwback kind of 2000s kind of. It's like some throwback kind of 2000s kind of town test pitch like that. So this has Jadakiss on here. Reminds of like the sort of shit that Jadakiss, Cameron, Ghostface Killah, some stuff folks will kind of do pitch like that. Just ripped out of 2005, 2007 type days pitch like that. It's a little bit more of like an operatic type sense, but just some of those type 1s within like the pitch. Just talking about the fair, just like a show stepping typeness, kind of a theater-esque type 1, but just more in a trap type player. So it's a pitch for us in some of that type variety. So just a little bit more, it's a little bit more towny than like the aspect of like the traditional kind of residential type trap that's amongst this fair, but some good nice pitches for like some step out, just going to Tinseltown and some stuff places with the aspect just a little bit more showy typeness, stepping like that, good excellent pitches. Another excellent type 1 off here would be Thanks to My Connects hitting type appeal. It's like an excellent kind of throwback, Weatherman and Reppin' Time by Jim Jones type varieties pitch like that. This feels ripped out of the Hustlers POME type. Feels ripped out of the Hustlers POME type days of 06, 07 pitch like that. Hit type PL system 2000 stepping kind of get towards here as a bonus. Dame Dash from Jay-Z's affiliate, Rock affiliate. Jay-Z's affiliation, Rockefeller with them, pitch like that. It's on here, pitch like that. It's good X and Fridays. It's a rock star type song, definitely. Just like Jim Jones just show up on this song at any point, or Fat Joe, good pitch like that. Feels like a beat produced by the Runners, pitch like that. Sounds type tunes like Money on My Mind and Hustlin' by Rick Ross, Money on My Mind by Lil Wayne, sounds the pitch, but good X and progress for us was supposed to happen. Thumb Through That Check is hitting as well. It's like a trap every day to get towards here. Just car sit and collect, I'd say. Just recents and touch base, I'd say. Sounds type products amongst it. Just Fritos kind of get in your system with pals, pitch like that. Just a lit type one. The standard nonsense and bullshit type song with your pals, pitch like that. Just got some time to kill, sense of aspects amongst it. So kind of as far as just saying some stuff fair is rolling up hella green, pitch like that. Get the nachos going, sense stuff products within fair, just good, collect, and shoot the shit as far as this first guy having excellent type pitches. I don't think I talk about What You Want Me. Another one I don't think I talk about on here is What You Want Me to Do. It's like a rock solid kind of trap ambition to get towards here. Just future straight up type varieties, pitch like that. Similar to like particular Everything Changed, but just kind of within that same aspect. Just some day relief, definitely. Get some zags in your system. Good nice song to drive along to, pitches like that. Miss like the standard day fare and the bustle within sense the pitch. It's just the product that caught up in like the everyday and sense the pitches. Just kind of missed the product. And then this one's a little bit less of like a gallivant, quite as springy as compared to Everything Changed, but still the pitch of just like the get along within like a target run, standard rope up of utility pitch like that. So it's one of those drive along type ones in the pitch and just getting towards the product, just like the standard snap of like the day product. A nice pitch like that as far as those pairs going to happen. Favorite runs for gallon pitch like that. Trying to think of other type ones I haven't talked about on here. I think one of the last type ones I haven't talked about, maybe within these type pitches, I think that more or less might be the end of it. Maybe possibly the true last type one. I don't know if I talk about Ain't Seen What I've Seen. That's the only other type one I could think I haven't talked about on here. Ain't Seen What I've Seen. It's like a slur. It's like a particular kind of slurred and dredgy kind of leftover homestead collect to get to. Ain't Seen What I've Seen is like a slurred and dredgy kind of leftover homestead type collect to get towards here, pitch like that. Just nachos and touch base with pals as far as these pitches can happen. It's good to X on Fridays. So some of these type varieties within the aspect of just touching base within variety, just been a minute, or some of these type spells pitch like that within the aspects as far as saying it's kind of the product of. Feels more swashed and pitches like that and kind of a back with some of the pitches, but it's just a good excellent kind of like kind of ransack type nostalgia sense that pitches amongst it within the hit. This is a good assorted kind of ransack type nostalgia pitches like that with some of the stuff varieties. So it's kind of the pitch for us saying just touching base with old former stomp grounds pitches like that, some of the stuff varieties, but kind of the pitch of seeing what to do with some of these type folkies pitch like that, just standard dab and pitch like that amongst the stuff feels, get like a quick kind of round of frozen burritos and some of the stuff aspect pitch like that, croissants, some of the stuff fair is kind of the aspect of good X and varieties to touch base. So within the hit type fields for us, I think that's more or less like the last one I haven't talked about off here. There might be one last one I haven't talked about, which is Last Dollar as far as these pitching amps. So Last Dollar is like a solid Migos and Zaytoven style kind of neighborhood sound off to get towards here, just corner and Gucci type combos pitch like that. So within pitch similar to the corner song, similar to Gucci Mane when he hooks up with Zaytoven pitch like that, just some of those standard type combos pitch like that, same sort of fray, kind of within the aspect like Ain't Seen What I've Seen, but kind of the pitch of a little bit of jostle amongst the pitch like that, but just kind of variety, just kind of within fair, just catching up, good pitch like that. Since hit the variety, just the aspect of like reconvene and drop since the pitch amongst the aspect of getting some sparkage going, since the pitch just figuring out some next modes, kind of catch up, go out for a have a night or so on the town pitch like that, get to some billiards halls, and since the pitch just the collected, just some activity fairs like that pitch. So pitch some of those type phrase of activity and some of those type aspects. So good excellent fairs about it. So that's the pitch amongst this mixtape. Good excellent products here. 10 out of 10 mixtape. Paying attention towards here. Social score will get a 10 as well. There's plenty of these type ones off here. Some of the immediate type ones in terms like the social bang would definitely be songs like Ice, 77 Birds, Order, Essay, some of these type ones like that. Probably Black Migo as well. There's some ones that have like some good dredge effect, that have some commercial breakthrough and like the sense of like Pluto, like straight up. Truth Gonna Hurt You, and Astronaut Chick, some of these type ones like that, some of those type of appeals. Magic remix and some of the ones off of Pluto and pitch like this. It's the appeal as far as saying never end and turn on the lights as the pitch as far as paying attention towards the aspects. Some of these type ones like decisions, down bad, mistakes. Other type ones like hardest thing in life and ain't seen what I've seen. So some of these type aspects. I think actually there's one more type one I haven't talked about on here since the pitch amongst it, and that's Married to the Streets, the title track as far as so I want to get this one as well. It's like an excellent kind of torn up sparkle to get towards here, good pitch like that. Just snack run and parkside type relish, since the aspects within the tone. Grab like a Twix for Galley pitch like that, since the varieties. Definitely within the aspect of like some blisteriness pitch like that. So this is kind of the gleam type factor, having the tear up in your system. Eyes red and slosh pitch like that, since hit type feels, but just amidst the fray, just out on the go and pitch like that. Just some parkside type fray to kind of get crunk towards, just smoking in the park since the pitches, but pick up like some gal favors on top of that. Definitely get like a Twix or some snowballs since the pitch amongst it. Pick up like get like a headband as well, since the pitch kind of just take the edge off that factor pitch like that, since the first with the aspect for saying. But yeah, social score gets a 10 since the pitch amongst it. Just some of these type ones, the club embellish, since the ones the trap kind of gulag type songs, since the pitch is a snack run, some throwback type vibes on here, since the pitch is the aspects for saying. Playing blistering type ness is the well balanced type product that nails the appeal and the widespread type aspects of the tones for us. And paying attention to that product's pretty blistering. In terms of the future, like young scooters, unfortunately deceased pitch like that. So in terms of the future, young scooters, unfortunately deceased. So it's within these products for us, but he does have quite a few mixtapes within pitch like that. It's only the third one I've gotten to since the particular fray of like some of these type products. So I'm gonna get to more of these. Now, really, as of this point, you'll only have seen 2 of them, but the third one, which is one that which is from the early 2010s as well, will be surfacing within time as far as pitch. I'm definitely going to get to more young scooter later. There's plenty of these type ones within blister type of this, but this is a simple enough classic, definitely in prime era Datpiff.